Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
And it does. We got a special guest in the building. Time to roll up our sleeves, Tug. So what's on your mind, man, before we really kick it off?
I mean, honestly, Cowboys Nation, I know a lot of people are kind of, down and out about what we saw yesterday, and rightfully so. But at the end of the day, our season ain't over. Everything we want is still in front of us. It's time to roll up our sleeves and go get it. And that's exactly what we about to do, Cowboys Nation.
That's exactly what we're finna do. And we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of measured Kool-Aid. And I'm excited to be measuring it. So what's going on? You got Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman. You got the dark side. You got the linebackers. What? Rod man, we got some things to talk about, bro.
Things to talk about. Got some things to talk about.
So we go get it, man. We go get it. Y'all sit back and relax. We're finna give y'all this measured Kool-Aid. I'm excited to do this with my boy Tuck. Let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win, still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
We live on your channel, Tuck.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch,
right.
Good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich.
Let's go.
I'm sporty and rich. I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich. I'm sporty and rich. I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-Day.
Boss and Tuck.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Man, let's get to work.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports with Jay Tuck. Let's go.
Do it again, again, again.
All the executives have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right, man. So, Tuck.
Like that.
We kicking it off with you, big dog.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, brother?
Man, a lot. I'm not going to lie, Cowboys Nation, yesterday kind of took some of the steam out of me. But there's a lot of things to be fixed. And I feel like that's the frustrating part for a lot of Cowboys fans, because we kind of felt like, all right, this is the year we're championship contenders, which I still think we are. But I think yesterday we saw we still got some holes in our boat, but we still got some time to fix it. So, I want to start with the offense. A lot of people want to say, what happened with the offense yesterday. I know the simple, finger to point is at Dak Prescott, but overall it was a bad performance across the board, y'all. Like, I felt like from a scheme perspective, Mike McCarthy didn't have a good game. And Dak, of course, didn't have a good game. Our offensive line didn't have a good game. If you look at the film, our wide receivers bagged up across the board. It was just one of those games. But I'll say this, when it comes to our offense, that's the easy fix for me, y'all. I feel like we can fix our offense. We can be perfectly fine next week versus the Dolphins. But where my real concern is, boss, is with this defense. You know, and for so many years, especially in the Dan Quinn era, they kind of flew under the radar. They got so many passes. But when you really, this is what we did last year, right? Even though our offense was scoring points and putting up a lot of points and playing well statistically, we pulled up that hood and we looked at Kellen Moore. Well, it's time that we really lift up that hood and look at what's going on with Dan Quinn right now, because I see a lot of red flags, and we definitely got exposed yesterday versus the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this though. Just thinking about this whole situation, I'm gonna be all the way honest with everybody. To me, I don't think it's as bad as what we think. I don't think it's as good as what we think. What I really think this is about, and this is going to answer the question why we had the boxers on the thumbnail, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's the style that makes the fights. So we remember Muhammad Ali, George, and Joe Frazier. Remember those guys. Now, the issue, in my opinion, is a lot of people when they look at this, they look at it from a finite standpoint. They say, y'all, in terms of Buffalo, lost to Philly. We beat Philly, so we should beat Buffalo. That's the same thing happened with these fighters. You know what I mean? George beat the mess out of Joe, so it was like George is going to lose to Muhammad. But the difference was the styles, right? So I'm going to also prove that this is something that we could all see coming. But before I show that, I want you to, if you had any more thoughts on that or any thoughts on that, I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there's a certain style that gives us trouble, especially with our defense, right? Because, honestly, I'm not sure if Dan Quinn's defense expected to get the style fight that we actually got yesterday when it came to the Buffalo Bills.
True.
I think they really had a focus on slowing down Josh Allen, stopping the pass, stopping Stephon Diggs, and Gabe Davis and Dalton Kincaid. I think that's the game they really came in expecting. And the Buffalo Bills to switch it up and say, now we got a different, southpaw approach. We're going to hit the Dallas Cowboys with it. And I think it really caught them off guard. And even though they were getting jabbed the entire game, they had no adjustments for it. And I think that was the frustrating part, because we saw no adjustments to help improve for the run. And that's what gets to the film here in a little bit. There's a lot of hero ball. And once the hero ball started happening, everything just fell apart defensively. So, hopefully our Cowboys will learn from it. Like I said, that's the one thing I'll say about this Dallas Cowboys defense. They are resilient. Yeah. Typically, after bad things happen, they respond well the following game.
True.
But we're getting to situations in playoffs, you might not get that opportunity to respond. So let's find out, what is our Achilles heel? Why are teams attacking us this way consistently and being infected with it? And let's get it fixed ASAP. That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah. And then another thing real quick. Y'all see, I didn't talk about this, but you see that chair? It's on fire. And somebody is sitting in that chair.
Dan Quinn?
Yep. It's starting to heat up on them. I'm just being all the way honest. So I'm going to play this, and I think this is where it starts. Okay? This came from today. We had a full link in the description. We go first talk about the hot seat and the awareness that's starting to point to Dan. Here we go.
Mike, Todd Archer, and when you look back at the run defense, now that you had the time to look at it, what were the biggest issues you guys had?
The biggest issue was the tackling. We lost the tackling battle, and the two glaring, statistical, the characteristics of our production success this year is winning the tackling battle and winning the big play, opportunity battle, and we lost both those battles significantly last night. So when you look at the year, we're 11 wins, 3 losses in both those areas, the tackling and the big play. So no, that's not our, that's not the norm. The norm for us is is to win those. But we lost both those battles significantly last night. So they broke twice as many tackles. I think they had 12 broken tackles. We had only 6. So we're -6 there, and then we were -13 in the big play, which is a huge statistical area of production to overcome. But when you look at those things, we're I want to say plus 87 for the year in big plays and plus 90 in tackling. So that's definitely not to our standard. And those were the 2 biggest areas I felt that impacted the game.
Was this the first team that kind of took advantage of your size at linebacker, or use their strength over your speed?
I think more. Once again, I think the more the opportunities, and I think looking at some of the playtime distribution. These are some of the things we talked about. How can we help in that area? But yeah, I mean, it's when you look at our defense the last 3 years, the run defense is going to be attacked because of
the last what?
3 years.
Who been a D coordinator for 3 years?
Dan Quinn. And man, I wish I had it, because this is kind of spontaneous. We were just talking on the phone. We said, let's go live, right?
Yeah.
But I remember when we hired Dan Quinn, I have to bring this video up for y'all. I dropped a video about it, and I showed how Dan Quinn statistically, he has a spike his first year as coordinator, and then it's a downward trend in the run defense. So I'll have to find those numbers for y'all. But yeah, it was a statistical data show that I did. I have to find it, but you're starting to see a downtrend when it comes to our defense, and especially with the run defense. And this was the reason we brought in Mozzie and did all these things.
Right.
Where I feel like it was a myth, boss. Because here's what a lot of Cowboys fans been saying to me. Well, Tuck, we haven't given up 100 yards to a rusher all season, so it was just an off day. It wasn't just an off day, y'all. What you have to think about is our offense has been our best run defense. When we're out there scoring points and getting up by 15, 20 early, then you have to come out of the run. But yesterday, what happened? Buffalo marched down, opening drive, scored. We got stalled out. And they said, you know what? Let's test this run defense. Let's see if it's really what it shows on paper. And we went out there extremely light, and they went out there, and I broke down the numbers on Twitter, right? The Buffalo Bills, check me out, y'all. They run 12 personnel 20% of the time throughout the season. Guess how many times they ran 2 tight ends yesterday? 32%.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then they run 21 personnel 5% of the time this season. They increased that to 16. So something that they saw was like, let's go power. Now, some of that could have been the weather, but I'm thinking some of that may have been the film as well. Like, okay, they come out there with all these safeties, right? Playing these light defenses. Let's see what happens if you really line up man on man, big on big, and run the ball down their throat. And that's what we saw all day yesterday. And there's a play that really set the tone. And they got that 12-yard first down. They were just pushing the pile. I think that's when the light bulb went up. They said, okay, they got something. Yeah, they saw. Let's see if we can just do this every game. And I was even joking, like when I did my show yesterday. If y'all play Madden, you can't even do that on Madden. You can't even run the same plays over and over on Madden, because the AI will kick in and stop the play naturally. But the Bills say, you know what? These gonna run off the tackles all game on y'all until y'all stop it. And the Dallas Cowboys had no answer. The run fits were off. Nobody was set and contained. There was a lot of finger pointing, a lot of hero ball, and it broke our spirit defensively.
Yeah, and we go get into the film. I see y'all asking for the film. We go get into it.
Yeah.
But before we do, I gotta show y'all that this is something that could have been and should have been anticipated. But I also want to give y'all some good news. It's not a lot of teams in the NFL that's built with the mentality to run the ball like Buffalo, right? So it's not a crisis. That's why we calling it the style. It was the style, right? But it kind of exposed us a little bit. Now, this is back from April 14th. So I want y'all to check this out. Listen. Hold on, let me turn off this music. I gotta turn off the music first. Give me 1 second, y'all, man. All right, here we go. Listen to this.
I do know, as I watch the draft and everything over the last 10 years, those linebackers have gotten smaller, looking at more athletic guys. We used to put a big 280, 290-pound tight end back there at fullback and do some lead stuff. And I promise you I would do that. Just go and splatter those guys. And
Ooh, can we pause and talk about this for a minute?
That's from April 14th.
Go ahead, Big Boss. And I'm adjusting.
So Mike Marks was talking about what he would do to itty bitty linebackers. And so we showing that this is stuff we should have saw coming. Hold on real quick. Let me keep playing it. Because I got a philosophy of what happened. We gonna talk about it, Tuck.
To my camera, so you might want to take my picture off.
All right. First, before we address that from an X's and O's standpoint, Coach Marv said, "Boss, the wide receivers thing with details falls on Kellen's hand-picked wide receiver coach." I don't understand what you mean by that, Coach. I may need you to explain that a little bit. Boss, that wide receiver thing with details fall on Kellen's hand-picked. I think you saying that the guys not knowing how to read defense is a reflection of their coach not really being able to get them to do that. If that's what you're saying, just let me know, because I think that's what you're saying by that. You back, OC?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Now, it's one thing that he talked about that this is gonna be a segue a little bit, but it brings me to something and actually confirms exactly one of my theories, right? It's a reason why tight ends have been aggressively failing, okay? Especially within the past 7 to 8 drafts. Like, most of these guys that would be considered automatic mismatches back in the day are no longer mismatches. Because remember, he just said back in my day, the linebackers were a lot bulkier, you know, so they wasn't as athletic as they are now. So, and I've been said this, it's the league adjusts. I want y'all to hear me out while the OC getting his camera together. The league adjusts. That's what the league does. It's gonna always adjust. So when Witten was killing linebackers and bulky linebackers, you had to find a way to limit the Witten types, the Ertz types. You had to find a way. So you had to begin to get linebackers that are more tweeners, i.e. Curse, i.e. Jones. Guys that can actually play in the box and guys that can cover, i.e. the league has adjusted to what used to be the automatic mismatches. So what you're hearing today in today's NFL, in my opinion, is a lot of people still speaking in old jargon language. So you still hear people every year oversell the tight end position, and they say the same things. This is what they say: this tight end, he's too big to be covered by smaller safeties and corners, and he's too quick for bulky linebackers. But what did we just hear Mike say? The linebackers are not as big as what we used to play with. So when you see Dallas and you see these people mocking tight end to Dallas in the first round, that is why I am absolutely like,
Hell no.
absolutely,
Oh, hell no.
please don't do it. Because basically, Mike, without us even talking about this as a subject, is confirming what we've been already telling y'all, that pick 26 is one of the worst places to even consider tight end. And I'm going to say this: I will change on that once I see the history of tight end improve with first round picks. Does that make sense or not? That should just make sense. Now, if I start seeing a difference in first round performance, you will see a difference in my opinion. But as long as you keep projecting these guys to be our world, and then when they get into the league, they become womp, why would I bet on that to not happen again? So I just wanted to kind of bring that out. Let me see if the OC back.
I'm back.
But did you hear what I was saying on that as a football note? You know what I mean? What's your thoughts?
I did. Yeah, man, I just think that, man, wisdom is vindicated by their children. And so if the results are there based on your projections, they are. If they're not, they're not. And you can't fabricate, make that up, and keep on forcing your ideal if it doesn't work.
That's right.
As it relates to draft picks and as it relates to doing certain things.
Yep.
So it's a very, very, very objective type deal, man. Either it was effective in the field of play or it wasn't.
It wasn't, and it's not. And history is saying that the league is caught up. Let me just listen to that one more time, just so y'all can see we not playing. Listen to this.
But you're not just turn that ball back over to them. All those good things. You have to know as much about your defensive game plan as what you're going to do on offense, and then when you get into the game, the flow of it. If they're hitting some balls, and you're going to have to kind of change what you do as well. So I just think that the guys that adjust the best as play callers during the game that can change gears, those are the really great ones.
Coach, how would you approach the running game in today's
Here we go.
Well, I think they've done a really good job of spreading things out. The one thing that I do know is I watch the draft and everything over the last 10 years. Those linebackers have gotten smaller, looking at more athletic guys. We used to put a big 280, 290-pound tight end back there at fullback and do some lead stuff, and I promise you I would do that. Just go and
Woo! Can we talk some more football real quick?
And notice the subtleties. And I don't want to put words in his mouth, so this is why I'm being careful about what I'm saying. But notice you say the real great ones are the guys that can adjust during the game. Those are the real great ones. Those are the great ones that can make the decisions. And he said, I noticed in the league, notice how the wisdom of the older gentleman, how he places these punches. He says, I noticed that the linebackers are smaller. One thing I do is just give me a 280-pound tight end. And just run
Go
some
right
lead at him.
little dudes.
Just try to bust them up is what he's saying. Be physical is what he's saying. Have a physical run game and bust people up and take advantage of matchups. That's all he's saying here. That's it.
OC, let's talk some more football like this, dog.
Matchups. That's what happened to us. That's why it's important to know that it's the styles. So listen, everybody not built like Buffalo.
Right.
Go ahead, Tuck.
Yeah, I agree. Besides the tight end talk, but
hold on, wait. We'll talk. That's an off-season fight.
That's an off-season fight.
That's an off-season fight. We'll get to that.
Because Sam Laporta's doing all right, even though he went second round.
Hey, 34. And I agree with that. And me and you had Sam Laporta top. I'm not saying tight end useless. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm saying all I'm saying with that tight end point is that the league has adjusted to them. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not cold, because me and you was high on Sam. Everybody else was low on Sam. Me and you was like, go ahead though.
And that is why I was pretty much banging the desk for Micah to play a little bit more linebacker, which we'll talk about here in a second, right?
Yeah.
And it's not full time, and that's why I was trying to explain. It wasn't full time, but you have to sprinkle it in because you do have freakish players who are 230, who are 240 that can run 4.5s right now, boss. They can do a lot of different things to actually cover those tight ends, so you don't necessarily need a smaller safety out there. And I think that's what the Buffalo Bills really recognize is, okay, they know that Hankins was out, right? You also have Malik Hooker out. So they knew there's going to be a lot of safeties. Why? Because when you look at the depth of our roster, we ain't got no linebackers.
Right.
Not no linebackers. So if you look at it from a roster standpoint, it's like they have no choice but to play small ball. And what the Cowboys really want us to do is drop back, throw 40 times, peel back the ears, get pressure at the Josh Allen, maybe force a turnover here and there, and that falls into their trap. But what if we just line up, get behind big Osiris Torrance that we talked about at the University of Florida, and just run right at them every play and wear them down? And we'll see that here in the film. I posted it. Y'all know I love Marquise Bell. Huge fan of Marquise Bell. But you're asking him to work above his pay grade of battling these big offensive linemen in the trenches. That's not his job. That's not his role. Now, has he played well thus far? He's played okay, right? Stepping in, filling the void. but that is not his role. We need a pound for pound linebacker to really go out there and battle in the trenches. And like I said, boss, when we had our phone conversation, the very first position we talked about when we did our draft show, linebacker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been posting the clip about Ivan Pace and some other linebackers. We talked about linebacker, right? Even though we got overshown, the moment overshown went down, we should have went shopping again.
Yep.
We sat on our hands, and then what happened? You lose LVE. Me and Boss and Kenny do a show. Okay, well, this is going to be an opportunity for Harper to step in. They said, nope, we're going to get rid of him too. They cut him, let rid of Harper. They got rid of Jabril Cox. They let him go, right? So then we have Shaq Barris out there, or Shaq Leonard out there for opportunity to bring him in. They say, you know what, things didn't work out. So we are really stuck with Damone Clark and some safeties. That's where we are as when it comes to our linebacker room. And I think the Buffalo Bills noticed that, and they went out there and exploited it and made things happen, and it was bad. So It's going to be interesting to see how things change, but there has to be an adjustment like you were saying. And I think that's where Dan Quinn really lacks is there was no in-game adjustment. I was like, at the point, when do we just all-out blitz and force them to put the ball in the air or something? Like, you're going to let them just march 5 yards, 10 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, first down, 8 yards, 10 yards. It was just like, and there's nothing more demoralizing, y'all, as a defensive player than knowing what's coming and they run it right at you. Can't stop it. For you younger Cowboys fans, that's how he was with Emmitt Smith.
Yep.
That's how he was with Emmitt Smith.
That's what we was.
Yeah, that's what we lined up behind our big physical offensive line.
And we just did it.
Johnston and Emmitt Smith.
Facts.
And we just bang, bang,
Bang, bang.
touchdown. There's nothing you can do about it. It breaks your spirit. And yesterday, I saw the Cowboys defense spirit just get broken because there was nothing they can do.
There's nothing you can do.
And see, Damone Clark was getting drove back 15, 20 yards for a pancake.
Yep, for a pancake.
Took a ride. Just lifted him up, took him downfield. I posted a clip on Twitter, man. The offensive guard came out the line. Marquise Bell tried to step in the hole, just pushed him out the way. He flew about 5 yards. It was just bully ball.
And we go talk about solutions, y'all. We not just talking about problems, but we go talk about solutions too. We just kind of going through the history as well. Because, see, it's important to know that when you got an offensive coordinator like Mike Martz, who did the interview with 105.3 The Fan, remember, he was airing that thing out. And what did he say, Tuck? He said, over the last 10 years, I noticed that not just with the Cowboys around the league, he said the linebackers have gotten smaller. And he said, based on this modern NFL, I would just splatter them dudes. So It was just a matter of time before another OC thought like him.
It thought like it. And for those of you who do not know, Marquise Bell's 200 pounds?
Yeah.
We got wide receivers bigger than, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, and that's what we're waiting on. And I was waiting on it, and luckily Philly didn't do it. I kept waiting.
Right.
When is it coming?
When is it coming?
And then all of a sudden yesterday I was like, damn, there it is. And then I kind of trying to explain to Cowboys fans, okay, now we put it on tape. Don't think that the Dolphins ain't about to try it with A-Chain. Don't think that the Detroit Lions ain't about to come out there and try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are about to try it. And so Dan Quinn has to get in the lab. And I think it's going to be from a personnel standpoint, along with scheme, to really figure this thing out, y'all.
And see, listen, Stargazer, she said, boss, we carried 100 safeties over our linebackers.
100 of them. Think about this. When Malik Hooker went down, we had 1,000 different safeties we tossed out there. We went with Wanye. You got, Israel McQuamu went out there. You had Donovan Wilson. You had J-Ron Kurt. You know what I'm saying? You got Markey. They kept all the safeties, and they disvalued the linebacker position. And it's like, damn, do I need to make a linebackers matter shirt or something? But it's like, bro, they matter.
They devalued it, bro. They really did. Right. But see, I also understand, because the majority of the league is passing,
right?
But see, it's certain teams, they not built like that. Some teams are George Foreman. Then you got most teams are Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then, the style you run up against is a style that's built. Now, the B part is what stands out too, Tuck. What Star said, she said, that's Dan Quinn that wanted that. It's his system, boss. Yep.
Yep, that's his system, and that was his personnel. Cleared out all the linebackers, all of them.
Cleared them out.
Even with Jabril Cox, with Harper, didn't they make room for Harper? Was it for like a long snap? It was like for some minimal position.
It was we got a center, bro.
A center, right? So you moved on. You cleared him out. Got rid of Harper, who you drafted for a backup center. They just had no value with the linebacker position, and now we are paying the price. And what we had to go for, Cowboys Nation, is that there is some solution that we'll talk about here shortly.
We're gonna talk about some solutions.
But they're gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna have to.
And we got some good solutions. But see, I want y'all. So let me ask you a question, Tuck. Did McGovern play in that game?
Connor McGovern, yeah, he did.
He needs some milk
to really be a contributor, and he's made tackles and made plays during camp. He's made tackles, he's made plays.
That's Harper versus McGovern. Watch this.
Also in the preseason.
He needs some milk.
Coming downhill.
Plays also in the preseason.
He needs some milk.
Laid McGovern out. This is why you sometimes need traditional linebackers.
And here's what people have to understand, boss. Because that was my position. I played linebacker. Linebacker is a mentality. You can't just put everybody back there. Like what you just saw from Harper, that's a mentality that I'm gonna come downhill and I'm gonna come down the crash course and fill the hole and blow things up. You know what I'm saying?
This Coach Fowler said we have two DEs that can help with the LB problem. Micah and Dante, they both can play the LB position. I ain't never heard that Fowler can play linebacker. Now I know he can play the outside. I'm open to it though. What's your thoughts on that, Tuck?
I'm definitely open to it because we have so much talent, like a Fowler, like Micah, that we're stockpiling once again just off of edge rushers. Y'all listen, I know Micah Parsons is phenomenal at edge rusher, but there's no reason y'all can convince me that Sam Williams can't go out there and get those reps and get pressure. I mean, Sam Williams is a defensive end playing gunner on special teams. He has the speed, he has the capacity. Now, maybe next year you can move Micah back to a full-time edge, but I'm talking about right now, what is best for the Dallas Cowboys Nation is to put Micah Parsons back at linebacker, let him scrape and do those things and clean up at the second level. And you have so many different guys with the Armstrong. You have Fowler. You got you got Sam Williams. Let those guys be edge. They can get pressure. You can get pressure with Osa in the interior. Like, let them do that. Right? Sam Williams, he played 3 tech in college, y'all. Oh, Fowler played his whole life.
I know that.
but there it is. Boom.
There it is.
Yeah. And someone who has the mentality that will be willing to come downhill, blow things up, and get nasty and grimy and go sideline to sideline. You have 2 guys, and that's rotating in the edges. You know what I'm saying? So, man, now you got me want to dig into some Fowler high school.
Me too.
Yeah.
See, because this is why I put down here, in my opinion, we need the 2022 corner 3 plan. This is not a time to get bougie, because last year we was doing every and anything to find corner 3.
Mm-hmm.
We was getting old dudes. See, don't act bougie now. Don't act like Fowler at linebacker is a bad idea. Don't act too good now. We got a problem, and we got to be. The reason why I say the 2022 corner plan, because I'm saying we need to be aggressive about solving it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm open to that.
Yeah.
Because we finna get into the microfilm, but I want to make a comment and see if you can talk me off the ledge. Mm-hmm. Being all the way honest, man, I think Micah Parsons is kind of missing for linebacker.
Elaborate.
I don't think I'm just being all the way honest. I don't think he put in the work. I don't think he put in the off-season work to be a truly effective linebacker now.
Mm-hmm.
I see, and I'm being honest, I see some dissension that was happening between him and Dan Quinn, and I see a dilemma that he was in to where he trying to get, and I understand you trying to get
The money
paid.
aside. Right.
Where the money at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he put in all that off-season work being mentored with people that was gonna make him a better rusher.
Mm-hmm.
But where was the work to make you a more cerebral, smarter, faster, anticipating linebacker? It's not there.
Right.
So putting you there because you fast is one thing, but putting you there because you're ready for the position is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just being honest, I don't think he really committed to it in the offseason, and I don't think you can turn that switch in a moment. I would, based on what I just heard from Fowler's dad, I would even rather see Fowler at linebacker. You know why? Because he at least played it a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah. So someone who actually wants to be back there, because like I said, it's a mentality. And I agree with you, boss. But here's where I would kind of push back, and I was talking about on Twitter.
Okay.
You know, at the end of the day, Micah Parsons isn't a defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a linebacker. He's a football player. Like this is the kid who's converted from running back to linebacker to defensive end. If you put him out there and tell him to do a job, he will do it. You know, and so that's where I believe that Micah Parsons was a little bit different than other people. Now, is that where he wants to be? Absolutely not. But here's what I was trying to explain to people. Micah Parsons, boss, 2 impact sacks, 4 pressures. That's a good game. Solid game for Micah Parsons. Way to go.
Yeah.
But Micah Parsons, 2 impact sacks, 4 pressures, and 14 tackles. That's godly to me. You know what I'm saying? That's impact. That's changing the game. And Micah even said it himself at his own mouth in his own podcast. I want to be able to change the game more than just getting sacks. All right, bro. Well, here's your opportunity to go and do that. And I'm not saying just lock him in at one position. It's third down, third and 10. All right, line him up off the edge. Let him go. Put him on go. But everybody knows, and we see it constant basis, Micah Parsons can get pressure all over. A gap, B gap, C. Like he can do it all over. So don't act like just because he's playing linebacker, he still can't rush the quarterback. And you're going to get more favorable matchups as well. And we'll see it here once again in the film. Him being wore down, double team, chip block, it wears him down. And you'll see what the Buffalo Bills did yesterday. They said, I'm just going to run away from him. He's on this side every time. We're just going to run over here this way. And it completely just took him out of the game. And you can see the frustration, the mountain, because the sack opportunity wouldn't get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's where people really have this disconnect, right? It's all sacks, all pressures. And that's why a lot of Cowboys fans, they don't appreciate the value of DeMarcus Lawrence. Because DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side, doing the dirty work it takes to be a defensive end. He's setting the edge. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's taking on double teams. He's blocking. So he doesn't have these godly sack numbers, but there's more to it than just getting pressure. You got to eat your dinner before you get to dessert. And when it comes to Micah Parsons, you can't just be all dessert all the time. You're going to have to do some of the grimy, dirty work if you really want to be an edge rusher and be a quote-unquote defensive end, moving forward. So like I said, what gives the Cowboys the best opportunity right now and the best fix is moving Micah Parsons, and now we'll talk about Fowler at linebacker and rotate him around. Have him on the left side, have him on the right side, have him playing middle linebacker, have him playing outside linebacker. You know what I'm saying? They were so prompt to put him at defensive tackle Sunday. They had Micah Parsons lined up in the A gap. You know what I'm saying? So you willing to do that, but you're not willing to put him back at linebacker. So,
I'll say this. Micah got to embrace it. I don't think he embracing it. See, and I wish he would. Let me tell you why I don't think he embraced it. When I look at all the tea leaves, right? Like what happened with him and Dan Quinn in the offseason? They even had a public disagreement on what to even categorize Micah. What did Micah say? I'm going to rush in. No.
Right.
Dan Quinn was like, no, you not.
Right.
No, you not. And then think about it. Remember when we lost to Arizona? What did he say? Man, I just worry about getting after the pass rusher. After the quarterback. That's them back there. He didn't even categorize himself as a linebacker. To me, that's all the signs that he not embracing it. For this plan to work, and I love your plan, Tuck. I love it. Because right now we need him. But in my opinion, he would have to say, you know what? I'm going to take that on. You know what I mean? I'm going to be the one guy that's not just great at rushing. I'm great at all football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to to be honest, if he embraced it, he really truly got a chance at being the real GOAT. Like real GOAT. Where you can be a 4-3 linebacker that can make interceptions.
Right.
Tackles all over the field. So yeah, if they running the ball like they was doing yesterday, they like, okay, put me in linebacker. We go stop it.
Right.
He got to embrace it.
Right. And someone to look for, right? Someone I can look for in-house who's done it. Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith knows left tackle position. That's where all the big money is, right? That's where the bag is. You know what I'm saying?
That's where the bag
is. Where you say, you know what? They need me to play guard. All right, I'm going to go right back to guard. Even though I had a phenomenal rookie season at the left tackle position.
Yeah.
Y'all need me to play guard? I'm going to go play guard. And what is Tyler Smith doing? He's dominating that guard. And I guarantee you, if you need to kick him out for whatever reason, play left tackle, he is going to do it. It's about what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be a leader, you want to be the anchor and all these different things, sometimes you have to make a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And Tyler Smith is losing money playing guard versus left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And even if he's playing lights out right now, I would have been like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money resides over there. You know what I'm saying? Kick Tyron into his, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. You say, you know what? My team needs me to go back to guard. Ain't no complaints. He goes out there, handling his business. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the Cowboys do right contractual wise, bro. Like, Mike is going to get his bag anyway, but it's about, if you say, here, I want to win Super Bowls, and it's about winning and doing all these things, just like you said, boss, sometimes you got to say, let me step up and shut this down. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Stephon Gilmore ain't signed up to be covering no A.J. Brown and being, cornerback one. But listen, he knew what we needed in that Eagles game. Say, you know what? I got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what you need. And that's a championship caliber team. So for Micah Parsons, we might got to say, you know what? I know that's where the money resides. I might not get a many defensive player votes because I'm not going to have the sack number. But right now, I cannot let my team get the ball ran down their throat, and I can be the difference maker and change things. Let's do it. So
Law in here going crazy. Look at Law.
Yeah.
He said Parsons embraced the edge rusher only. Think about it. Ask the chat, what is the name of his podcast?
What is the name of the podcast? The Edge? Micah Edge? What's it? What's the name of the podcast, y'all? Is it?
He got to embrace it. He got to embrace it. Like, we got a problem. He got to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? So, or Fowler, somebody need the edge. It's called the edge. See?
Edge. Yeah. See? I'm gonna hit that report. We're gonna call that something else. You know?
The edge. You see, you still pushing back at Dan Quinn, big dog.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn told you not.
Your chest. Hey, here's the crazy part. I was talking to a few people on Twitter. At the end of the day, when we drafted him, the expectation was to be a linebacker.
Right.
If DeMarcus Lawrence doesn't go down versus Tampa, he never plays the edge position.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we had Brian Broaddus on our draft show, and what do they say? The scouts didn't even know. Brian Broaddus said, how did you guys know that he can put his hand in dirt and play the edge? Because I talked to all the scouts, and they never saw that on film. The Cowboys didn't draft him with consideration in playing the edge. DeMarcus Lawrence went down. We had nobody say, you know what? Let's go ahead and try this out, right? So it's not like it's in him. He played it all in college, and just like Mr. Fowler said, if you want to win a Super Bowl, you got to do what's best for the team. If Tony Pollard has to play wide receiver, then you got to play wide. You got to get it done. And right now, because you'll see it on the film, we'll see a lot of complaining and emotions, with the body language of Micah when we're getting the ball ran down his throat. Okay, well, why don't you help us go out there and stop it?
Let's get it to the film. You got me so curious now. This is Jay Tuck's show. Hold on now. Let's go. It's on you, Tuck.
All right. So this very first play, this one is versus the 49ers. And this is him playing linebacker. Look at that simple scrape. Now, this didn't happen until the third quarter, y'all. But I'm not sure if you can rewind, boss.
Yeah.
But this kind of shows the impact that Micah can have at the linebacker position. And a lot of people will say, okay, Tuck, who's going to keep him clean? You don't need to keep him clean because you have an offensive guard or offensive tackle at the second level trying to block a moving lion. He's just too agile and too quick. And who else do you also see in this film breakdown getting to the running back? You saw Sam Williams, playing off the edge. Now, this is versus Buffalo on Sunday, and you guys see where he's lined up on the outside. Now, watch what Buffalo simply just does. How they can quit. This is how easily you can take Micah Parsons out the game. We're just going to simply go out there and run away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Run away from him. That's minimal impact on that rep right there. Okay, you have him lined up off the edge again. Let's just watch what he does right here. Okay, we're going to run away from him. No impact right there. So you're completely taking Micah Parsons and neutralizing him just by simply running away from him. And this play right here, y'all, this is the play, the push that set the trigger in the Buffalo Bills' mind and say, you know what? We got something here. Look at this push, y'all. If you can rewind this, boss.
This
Look at
is
this
pathetic.
push they got. It's pathetic. The effort, you know what I'm saying? And this really set the tone. This is when I sat back in my recliner and said, damn it, here we go. Damn it, here we go. No one getting to the ball, no one jumping on the pilots. Everyone's kind of just moving along, and getting pushed back. And that was a big momentum swinger that I don't think a lot of people really recognize, But once again, we're watching this film session. You have Micah Parsons lined up once again out the edge. Zero impact out there. Look at that. He's out there. So when you're easily able just to locate him, it's this easy to really take him out the game. Look, running away from him,
Yeah.
Now he's patting his chest. That's my bad,
Yep.
And then
He didn't take care of the cutback.
Yeah, didn't take care of the cutback lane right there. Out the play, running away from him. No backside chase, So it was simple. They just neutralized Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
And then when they do run at him, they're sending double teams his way, different things his way, So it's minimal impact with the run defense. And if Micah Parsons wants to be that edge, that he really wants to be, you have to do more than just pass rush, bro. You have to go out there and eat your dinner before you can get your dessert. And this is what Buffalo did. They just went out there, ran at the Cowboys, and ran away from Micah Parsons. Now look at this play right here, boss. Rewind this play right here. This is the play I was talking about. This goes back to what you were talking about with Mike Martz. And that's going out there light. Watch Marquise Bell, my guy. Get out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, splatter them dudes.
Yep. Right again, boss. You know what I'm saying? So that was just the Buffalo Bills going out there playing big on little,
Yeah. So hold on. So let me put it like this. Would you rather have this? Hold on, this not it. Damn. I'm trying to be too fly. I'm gonna make it work though. We gonna paint this picture. So, would you rather have this or what we just saw with Marquise Bell, or would you rather have this?
Also, in these preseason, he needs some milk to really be a contributor.
Somebody that
really
got the size to run through one of them dudes.
Run through. Exactly. And salute to my guy Emmanuel Ocho from Speak for Yourself. He said the same exact thing. He did a film breakdown.
Let me pull that up. Go ahead. Keep talking. Take your time. Take your time too, bro.
He did a film breakdown, kind of explaining the same thing. And of course, we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? But he explained that what the Buffalo Bills did was they recognized that we had a size issue when it came to the guys who are going to be making contact, right? Our linebackers, some of our safeties that's in the box, right? They're smaller guys. They say, okay, we're going to play big on small. That's why you try to do that, right? When we talked about a lot of draft content, getting like guys like Osiris Torrance and, some of those guys like Avila, right? We wanted big guys that can move, right? Big guys that can pull. Well, what's the real point of pulling your guards and you're pulling your tackles? Because you want to get them out on the edges on the perimeter versus corners. And guess what, Cowboys Nation? Safeties. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you run those counters, run those switches. You want to get your bigger guys out there on the perimeter. And he talked about that, man. So salute to Acho. And like I said, we definitely noticed the same exact thing where it's like, hey, it's about the depth of our linebacker position. We just don't have them, and we're going to have to sacrifice, and someone's going to go back out there and give us a little bit more power and a little bit more downhill, or other teams can go out there and exploit this, y'all.
And shout out to Emmanuel for giving you credit, right? Like, for real. Now, we've been saying your voice matter. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. If you can't see by now that your voice matter, we can't help you. When Emmanuel Ocho himself saying, yo, J Tuck, you have been spot on with your takes about this. That means he's listening to Tuck's takes. Oh God, I'm done. Like I can't handle it. It's too much common sense.
And so my take has gotten to speak, right? And they're talking about the take. Now, guess who else is probably going to get this take as well?
The Cowboys.
And I can pretty much guarantee you, y'all can come back, clip the show. I guarantee when we sitting back on Christmas Eve, when we watching the game versus the Dolphins, our linebacker core might look just slightly look.
See, we ain't even at solutions yet. We still got some solutions to come to.
But y'all saw how just in the film how they were able to exploit that and just run away from him.
Yeah.
He's right there. He's right there. Okay, we'll just run over here.
Yeah. So step one, Michael, you gotta embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta embrace it. Step two, we gotta do this. Especially like what did Mike say? Mike Marks. What did he say? Your better offensive coordinators adjust. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. So what happened with Buffalo? We walked in there thinking it was finna be the Josh Allen show, and they was like, nah. We go first, see if y'all can stop us. We all was thinking it's finna be the Josh Allen. No. They came out totally different, Tuck. You know what I mean? They were like James Cook show. Go ahead.
And think about how they use Josh Allen. They use him running power too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he used his legs. You know what I'm saying? He was getting the extra yards. He was getting the dirty, grimy yards as well. So they went out there with a plan to hit the Cowboys in the mouth and play power football. Now, the sad part is I wish offensively we would have turned around the same thing with them, right? But they had that plan, and they went out there and executed it. And I think it put it on film. But, the Cowboys go out there with all these light safeties. Just go right at them. And especially with Hankins missing out the picture too. All right, yeah. Let's beat them at the second level. Beat them on the perimeter. Get our big guys out there, get big on small, and make things happen. And so hopefully the Cowboys find a way to find a solution for it.
And the fans go turn on Michael, man. I'm going to be honest. They go turn on him. There's a lot of fans ain't liking the podcast. They not liking the edge. They not liking your effort. They not liking your body language.
Yeah. That was what's concerning to me, right? Because he's supposed to be our defensive spark plug. And if you go back to the film, we didn't highlight it, but there was some bad body language out there. There was wailing his arms out in the air. It's just things like that. It's like, Micah, we rely on you to get things going. You know what I'm saying? We rely off your energy. You're no longer young rookie Micah Parsons anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're now at year 3. You know what I'm saying? So now we rely on you to be that spark plug, and your spark just can't be a sack. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Not big enough. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't big enough.
Y'all, when we play San Fran, he ain't dropping back. He ain't dropping back throwing 40 times.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You might get 18 to 20 dropbacks. You know what I'm saying? Maximum. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go out there and give you a heavy dose of Christian McCaffrey. They're gonna line up behind Kyle Juszczyk, and they're gonna run the ball down your throat until you can prove that you can stop it. And we're gonna have to come up with solutions. Just getting a sack here and there, it's not gonna change. Yeah, we got guys that can get pressure. I'm guarantee y'all, Sam Williams, Fowler, they can go out there and get pressure off the edge. But what we're really gonna do is that cleanup duty. And just like Mike McCarthy said, our run defense has been an issue, and it's been a void and a problem with this defense for the last 3 years, and teams know that. It gets cold outside. It's playoff football. You in Philly at the Link, or you back in Levi Stadium,
you go see it.
Man up, and it's going to be power football down your throat, and you're going to have to find a solution.
We put that ugly mess on tape. We go see it again, bro.
We're going to see. Always going to see it Sunday. But
we're going to see it Sunday.
We're going to see it Sunday. It's going to be even faster, though, with Devon A-Chain out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because now you have to worry about not only the run, but you also have to worry about the speed of Tyreek Hill and also Jalen Waddle over the top. So you can't overcommit, or you're going to get cooked. You know what I'm saying? So now it's really going to put you in the bind. But yeah, I expect the first few plays, it's going to be right at you. Right out until you prove you can stop it. So.
Yeah. Now we go get to the good part. Solutions. All of that was kind of where we are, the history of this, because we talked about Mike Marks explaining this is a 10-year trend. This ain't nothing that's new. This ain't even just unique to Dan Quinn, right? This is happening around the league. So how do we fix it? We talked about the 2022 corner 3 plan. Basically be aggressive to solve problems. So, which I'm going to say this. We need Quinn Mine with Rod Standard. What you talking about, boss? See all that loafing that we saw on that play that you showed would have never happened under Rod. And see, this is the thing about Rod. Rod never had the talent of Dan Quinn. Never. But the effort of his guys, none of us ever questioned it. Do y'all remember the 2004? Can y'all name 3 people on the 2014 defense? Me and Tuck tried to do it today. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. We might have named 2.
Right.
We might have named. It was a group of nobodies, but they had maximum effort and led the league in takeaways with way less than what Quinn has now. Way less. Well, let me go back to that play, bro. I gotta show that again. Hold on real quick. Let me go back to your film. Appreciate the film too, Tuck.
Oh yeah, no problem.
See, boys don't know. Boys got to cut that stuff up. It don't cut itself up.
Yeah, it don't cut itself up at all. So the guy swerve said Dave Irvin. That was the one. That's the one we said. He's like Dave Irvin.
Yeah.
He said Byron
But
Jones.
see, Dave was a nobody. Keep
Right.
talking, Tuck, while I pull up your film.
Irvin. We said Byron Jones and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who the Dez called it defense. You know what I'm saying? But I think what you're saying is just like the standard. And what you have to worry about, right? We all know Dan Quinn, like he's a player's coach. Like they like Dan Quinn, but sometimes
Gotta be an asshole.
Yeah, you got to lay the fist down. And when you watched the game yesterday, who was the disciplinary? It was Al Harris. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had Al Harris doing all the the talking and everything. It's like, nah. Sometimes Dan Quinn, you might have to come downstairs and say, okay, what's going on down here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, who's going to light that fire? And I know sometimes we kind of rely on our veteran leaders or the team, but everybody was getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this play right here.
This would have Let me say something about this, Tuck. Just real quick, because I know you cook, and I just want to say something about this.
Go ahead.
Rod Marinelli used to give a plus or minus, right, on effort. He would give you a minus if you sped up, right? Because if you sped up, that means you wasn't going at 100%. So let's look at this and let's count how many people sped up. Can we do this real quick? All right, let's look. All right, so we see, first I see Gilmore. He caught up on the block. He's slow, walking. Israel, slow, walking. Let me see who else. Let me see. So I counted 2 so far, 2 minuses. Hold on real quick. All right, so Curse, chilling. Israel, chilling. So Armstrong just sped up. Bell sped up. Who else sped up?
Mozzie didn't.
Mozzie, right? See, these are all people that sped up to try to get into play. He would have gave 5 defensive players minuses on this, bro. Under the Rod standard. Because if you speeding up to try to join it late, that means you wasn't hustling from the gate.
Right.
So we need the Rod standard. Like Quinn. I love your mind. I love your concepts. I love all the things, the switching up, the adapting, putting Gilly on AJ. See, I like all of that. But I do not like the standard of our hustle. Because now we're talking about how to fix this. Because we can't do nothing about these linebacker size. They still small.
Right.
But we can do something about that effort.
It's a mentality thing. And another player that stands out to me when we talk about Rod Marinelli's effort is a player that most Cowboys fans didn't like, and I personally liked him. Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill was a draft pick that kind of got a bad rep in Dallas. But the one thing I liked about Tristan Hill, he was always going to give the max effort. And I remember the Raiders game versus Derek Carr, where I think it was Derek Carr, right? He broke out for a deep run, and it was Tristan Hill running the quarterback down, down the field. And I remember I did a film session on I just like the effort. And that's something I'm big on in draft season, right? I always watch your effort. You know what I'm saying? If you're not running to the ball, flying to the ball, if you're loafing, that's just like Rod Marion. It's a negative strike for me. You know what I'm saying? I love people that is always just going to the whistle, going across the field, just trying to get into a play. One of my favorite all-time players, even though he didn't play for the Cowboys, was Troy Polamalu. He was always just giving that effort. He was always just in the play. And that's something he's got to have. It's a mindset, y'all. And so I think that that's where our Cowboys defense really needs to get back to. It's just changing the standard, and everybody needs to be on the same page. Because if you watch the film, it's just a lot of hero ball. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing once things break. And once that happens, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. And see, Tuck, it's another guy that currently plays with the correct standard, but he's a rod guy. Tank.
Yep.
Tank. See, Tank is. See, we all keep talking about, man, Tank, stop the run. He do it all. Where you think he got it from?
Right. And you got to understand, DeMarcus Lawrence, he was that sack guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was that sack guy in Dallas, but Rod nearly put that in him. Like, hey, it's more to it than that.
Yeah.
You know, I did the breakdown on Tank, last week, right? There's more to it. Setting the edge, being in the trenches, taking on the double team, doing that grimy work that goes through the entire game. There's more than just getting 4 pressures and a sack here and there. You gotta grind.
Yeah.
And that's effort.
That's effort.
That's effort. That's wanting it. That's a motor. That's me being revved up. Now that didn't show up on the stat sheet, boss.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't show up on the stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? So if you go on ESPN.com, that's not going to show up. You're not going to jump off the table. But damn it, for me, that's an A+ right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's the standard. And I think we need to be loud about this, man. We all like Micah Parsons. Athletically, for sure. For sure. He's a monster. But see, we also talking about fixing his defense. It's another thing I think we need to address, just being all the way honest. This friendliness. See, you the leader, bro. I'ma say it. You the leader. You setting the wrong tone, bro. It's no way to say it, but you setting the wrong tone. When you start talking about drinking beers with the enemy before the game, man, come on, man. Come on, that's off-season talk. Drink a beer with Josh Allen and talk about he's a frat guy and all of that. You setting the wrong tone. Like, all the guys feed off you.
Right. Yeah.
It's just what it is. I know you ain't asked for it, but that's you the lead of the D.
And that comes with it. Yeah, that comes with the price tag.
Because you were saying you were seeing some friendliness on film.
So the thing that I saw where I knew the Cowboys like, it ain't gonna be their day. If y'all go back and watch the game, Cowboys Nation, look how many times our defense, the Cowboys defense, helped Stephon Diggs off the ground.
Oh my God.
Every time Stephon Diggs helped, he was a Cowboys player. Let me get you up, bro. Let me help you out, man. Great one-headed catch, man. Let me get you up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on? I know that's Trayvon's brother. I know y'all be hanging out. He be hanging out in Dallas with y'all and everything. Let him be. Let him be. Let his offensive teammates help him up off the ground. Why are y'all? No, come on, Trayvon. Good catch, man. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing,
now,
bro?
On the other side of the ball, their defense damn near knocked your quarterback's head off, and they high-fiving like it was no big deal, but we helping everybody up. It's a mindset thing, y'all. It's a mindset. Now how did we go from Philly, you got to hit him in the mouth and hit him again, and hit him again, and hit him again, and hit him again, versus Philly to Buffalo? Let me help you up. Let me help you out, man.
Really?
You good, man? I mean, I would love to have some drinks and beers with you. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hang out.
Oh, man, nah. Yeah.
And so it's just like, yeah, man, it has to be a consistent mindset. It's a thing, Cowboys Nation. You can't turn it on. You can't be a tough guy this week and a nice guy this week. And then when we play the 49ers, then we're going to be tough. Then we play the Dolphins, they cool. I like Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't turn it on and off. You have to be who you are.
A consistent standard.
Consistent standard, and that is the difference between us and that team we trying to beat in San Fran. They just dogs every damn game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the standard is to be a dog, is to be mean.
Yeah, and who raised that standard? A lot of people don't understand because they're kind of young. John Lynch up in that. John Lynch went and got a whole team in his likeness and his image and said, I'm going to put them together and you'll go out there and be dogs.
Y'all hear this? Man, y'all better listen to Tuck.
Y'all don't know who John Lynch is. Y'all see him in a suit. Y'all see him all cleaned up. John Lynch would knock your head off and not give a damn. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there and he built this San Francisco team dirty, dark, grimy, physical, violent.
And that's who we are.
That's what they are. Every game. That's what they're going to be. And they're not going to stray away. You're not going to see San Francisco go out there one day and
help them up.
And throw 50 times and try to be. Nope. We're going to get behind this offensive line. We're going to get behind Trent Williams. We just traded this draft capital, got Christian McCaffrey. We're going to hit y'all in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who they're going to be. Greenlaw's not helping me. You know what I'm saying? Greenlaw not helping you off the ground, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
So.
He's not helping you off the ground, big dog. So, listen, and we just addressing it all. You know, because, see, let me tell you something. I always say this. When me and Tuck put our heads together, we'll find a cure for cancer, bro. I mean that. Like, for real. Like, when Tuck start researching and I start researching and we come together, we go find out. We go find it, like, for real. Now, Tuck, I'm finna go outside the box.
Okay.
I didn't even tell you about this, but I'm gonna play this clip because we on solutions now. Because now, the last thing, and you might have some more ideas, but now I want to talk about how to help these young linebackers, right? Because we can. I know you're not complaining, and I'm not complaining. We just more so kind of talking about where we are, right? We got a normal size linebacker in Clark. But we definitely got a smaller linebacker in Bell and the safeties. We do. Okay?
Right. And that's
so
it.
How do we help them young dudes? So I'm gonna talk about it, but I want to embrace everybody for this. Okay? All right. So listen. Sit back and listen.
I know he's a little measured about this thing, wants to make the right decision. I know this, whoever gets him, they're going to be a better team. He's a great teammate. He's a very instinctive, talented player. I know this, whoever gets him, they're going to be a better team. He's a great team. I know this, whoever gets him, they're going to be a better team. I know this, whoever gets him, they're going to be a better team. He's a great teammate. He's a very instinctive, talented player. He's coming back from major injury, so I don't know exactly where he's at. He's been playing. But I think he could improve both rosters right now, especially with what the news about Leighton is. And, I think the Cowboys like what they're doing right now with Marquise Bell. But I think, when you go against some bigger teams and some teams that are a little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option of playing two lines. And some teams that are a little bit more powerful, some bigger teams. But I think, when you go against now with Marquise Bell, but I think.
Watch how many times I rewind him saying that.
When you go against some bigger teams and some teams that are a little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option. The Cowboys like what they're doing right now with Marquise Bell, but I think, when you go against some bigger teams and some teams that are a little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option of playing two linebackers. And the Cowboys like what they're doing right now with Marquise Bell, but I think, when you go against some bigger teams and some teams that are a little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option of playing. The Cowboys like what they're doing right now with Marquise Bell, but I think, when you go against
they're going to think we looping.
Some teams are a little bit powerful, you might want to have that option.
Oh, the show.
I think the Cowboys like what they're doing right now.
Is it looping?
With Marquise Bell. But
That's
I think,
me. People understand. I kept doing it over and over. I kept.
A little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option. With what
I'm just trying to make sure people know what's at stake.
The Cowboys like what they're doing right now.
What's going on? Yeah, be confused.
Bell, but I think, when you go against some bigger teams and some teams are a little bit more powerful.
Watch this.
Cowboys know what they're doing. I'm talking so they know that we're here.
Well, from what we're hearing.
Yeah, my boy DeShannon say, okay, we get it. I don't know, DeShannon. I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes you got to say this stuff about 20 times for real.
Not 20. Not 20. If you got to hear it 20 times, then you need
I'm
to go
showing the
pull up
old
transcript
show where I was
and
warning
highlight.
about what happened with Buffalo.
Oh,
Matter of
okay.
fact, Yeah, so this show was 2 weeks ago, Tuck.
Okay, I was so confused. I turned into candy.
Yeah, and I kept playing over and over. It's saying when you go against them teams that's powerful, you know.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
All
Okay,
right, here we go. Matter of fact,
Don't do it. Don't pull up a
Rosters right now,
transcript,
especially
please.
with what the news about Leighton is, and I think the Cowboys like what they're doing
We
right
did
now
say that.
with Marquise Bell, but I think when you go against some bigger teams and some teams that are a little bit more powerful, you might want to have that option of playing 2 linebackers inside.
Baldy, from what we're hearing about Aaron Rodgers,
listen, Tuck.
I like how Marquise Bell has been playing, but I absolutely 1,000% agree
You agree?
with bringing. Why not? Sometimes we need that 1-2 punch. Bring in some hard hitters.
Man,
Because we need to do that at one other position, but I'm not gonna say where. But yeah,
man, listen, man. I don't see how I played that 10 times. Listen, because we bougie. Yep. The Dallas, we are. We are bougie. Yep. Listen, Cowboy Nation, we're good. We're good.
selective.
Facts. We bougie. We're good. We have Bell and Clark.
Thank you.
We're good, boss. Come on. I don't want
mean,
him.
don't get me
I don't
wrong,
want
Bell.
him. Come on.
Job done, but why not get Darius?
When we go against bigger teams. Yeah.
I.e. Eagles.
Yeah. So
Definitely in the playoffs. When we get to the playoffs,
when you play the Eagles, when you play San Fran, and see, it's one more minute. See, and it's a risk, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a risk. These linebacker safeties, these safety linebackers, it's cute. It's cute
Until it's not.
until it's not. See, we all love Curse at first, did we? Ooh, Curse. We need everybody to be like Curse. Yeah. Keep Curse in that box for 2 years and see. See what happens. See, we all like, we love Wanye Thomas right now. Ooh, Wanye, he is so brave. He's so bold. He willing to go down into the box. Ooh, he tough. That Wanye being there 2 years. You got to be built a certain kind of way. Bruh. What'd you say?
I said I'll take that 229 line back over that 205.
Man.
When we get to the tough team.
For real. I'm just saying. It's cute. Bell killing it. And he is. But what'd he say? When you go against the bigger teams, it's going to be teams that's going to look at that as an opportunity. I'm telling you. That's just what happened. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
That is proactive thinking versus reactive thinking.
Yep.
Man.
We was, and me and Tuck was on this. We was, now, people, y'all being negative. Come on. No.
Yeah.
Now, I said all of that now, this is why this is important. That ain't to brag. That ain't to say, oh, I was right. I was getting y'all ready for a solution. I hope y'all ready for this. All right. All right, here we go. Let me get this off of here. Give me 1 second. We talking about how to help these linebackers because they ain't gonna grow on us, Tuck. What's your ideas on this?
I would have been and picked up the phone as soon as Hankins went down.
Yeah.
Why play with your food? You know what I'm saying? And this is what I've been talking about with Cowboys fans when it came to the whole Shaq Leonard situation. Oh, Tuck, they're playing. It's proactive thinking versus reactive. We wait until our engine blows out before we have to go get our engine fixed. We don't just see the check engine light come on and think we need to go fix our engine. It's like we need it fully to blow out. And we saw on Sunday it fully blew out. And we need Hankins. Listen, y'all. I'm sorry, not Sue. Since Hankins is out, and I know a lot of people are saying, Mozzie did. He's not ready. He's not ready, y'all, and he won't be ready. You have to go get a guy who's battle tested, who's been in the trenches, that can instantly. If we get Sue tomorrow, he's ready Sunday. And that's what you need. And then you can keep your linebackers cleaner. Then you can allow, Marquise Bell and Damone Clark to flow a little bit cleaner without letting those guards and tackles get up to the next level and get them up engaged. But right now they're fighting for their dear life, and Marquise Bell, like I said, is only 200 pounds.
Right.
Why, boss? Looking at this team, seeing what we got offensively, seeing what we got defensively, and you're willing to let this team bleed out over a few extra dollars.
Right. Nah.
I just hate that mindset.
Me too.
Think about this, y'all. Hankins went down. Who was his replacement? What's his name, y'all? Carl, what's his name?
Davis.
Carl Davis.
Yeah.
What do y'all know about Carl Davis? Brought him up out the practice squad and said, slap the Band-Aid on and says, good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why not go get you an instant fix, right?
Right.
And then here's the fun part, y'all. When you get Hankins back, then you have Hankins and
Sue. Right.
In that rotation. You know what I'm saying? To go and battle versus San Fran, to go and battle versus Philly.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah.
You let this kid sit at home, and all of a sudden we're gonna get a tweet that says Ndamukong Suh has now signed with the Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Why? So
yeah.
That's the frustrating part. But yeah, I 1,000% agree with you. I would have made that call as soon as Hankins went down. I'm not sure why they still not. I know people on Twitter. We tweeting that Sue, y'all. We doing it. We trying to do our job. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do our job.
We doing our job.
But
we putting it out there.
We putting it out there.
And see, Tuck, because see, we had solutions. So one solution we talked about, Micah embracing linebacker. Another solution that came out today, potentially, Fowler playing linebacker. We just learned that Fowler, I never knew this, played linebacker his whole life. That's a potential solution. Like, these are all cornerback 2 plans where we aggressively reaching for things that's imperfect, but trying to get prepared for the playoffs. That's what we was doing last year. Don't act up at it now. Don't act like you don't do this. You
Trayvon
did that last
Mullins,
year with corner. Go ahead.
Xavier Rhodes and Trayvon Mullins.
Right.
It was great. They went to spot rack and grabbed any corner they could find and was throwing something at the wall, hoping it'd stick. Now you're sitting back and you're watching our run defense bleed out. Why not go do the same?
Right. It's the same thing. If you did it for corner 3 in 2022 last year, don't act bougie now.
Right.
And that's why I played that whole clip, because I was showing, don't get bougie. Because we was warning, man, it's cute until it's not.
Right.
It was not cute Sunday. Right. You can do something about it. Now, the reason why we put mercenary by his name, because who's a better mercenary than Sue?
He ain't got no loyalty to nobody.
No. He loyal to the bag. He just like a real mercenary. Go ahead.
You see that patch on it? You see that patch on it on his jersey right there with the Rams?
Yeah, Super Bowl.
You see that patch he had on with the, with the
Eagles? Super Bowl.
Bay, you know what I'm saying?
Super Bowl.
Been in the trenches and has played at the highest level for multiple teams.
Teams.
Why can that be us?
Yep.
Why can that not be us?
Yeah, because we trying to help these linebackers now. See, Tuck and we not gonna have shows on this the problem.
Right.
We go say this is the problem, but we go also say what? How to fix it.
Solution-based content, bro.
That's what we do, bro. We ain't gonna do
complain
because it's a lot of cats. Let's talk about that real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a lot of cats out here, man. I'm being all the way honest. And we gonna go back to Sue, but I want to say this real quick. Yeah, we taking the super chats. I got all your super chats.
Got them, yeah.
We got all your super chats. We go take every one of them. I saved them all too. Now, man, I done lost my thought.
You're talking about content or something.
Oh, See, I noticed something after Sunday, bro. I noticed it's a lot of Cowboy content creators that they only do content when we lose. And it showed me that it's a lot of people that's preying on the frustration of 28 years. That just really frustrates me, especially when you got people like Tuck who cut up all of this Micah Parsons tape, and we were just having a discussion on the phone. We were talking earlier, and I said, bro, let's just go live. You know what I mean? And he said, all right, I'm going to send you some clips because I'm cutting up some tape. Just for this show. Putting in work on showing Micah Parsons and how they was running away from him to paint the picture of why he needs to embrace being a true queen. Real work for the team. Can you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I think it's important, right? Because that's where I'm all about, is solutions. I can sit back and complain until I'm blue in the face, but until we find a solution for it, it does us no good. And so I know a lot of people, they were coming at me on social media talking about Micah Parsons is one of the best edges, which I agree. He's one of the best edges in the NFL. Like, y'all know I love Micah Parsons. He's right there on my wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Signed.
Signed. You know what I'm saying? Signed and delivered. But what I'm focusing on right now, Cowboys Nation, is what's best for this team to help us win. Next year, Micah Parsons go back and be a full-time edge and do whatever he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, due to the injuries to Demarion Overshown, due to the injuries of Leighton Vander Esch, we don't have enough bulk inside, and he is our most easiest fix to go back there, and he's going to have to make that sacrifice, or somebody else is, and also Ndamukong Suh. I don't care about the cap. I don't care about his age right now. I care about what's going to help this Dallas Cowboys team continue to make a playoff push, ultimately to be there in Vegas for the Super Bowl, and there's no way you can convince me that Ndamukong Suh doesn't help.
Right.
You understand? There's no way you can convince me. And a lot of people are saying, well, Micah Parsons hasn't played linebacker, and look at his percentage of his snaps. Y'all saw the film of Marquise Bell, who I love, getting pushed around. Do you think that you're going to sit back and watch a whole game of Micah Parsons has been pushed around like that? It's just not going to happen. It's just not in him to let that happen. Do you think you're going to sit back and watch a full game where we say, man, Ballard was just getting tossed around? You know what I'm saying? It's not in them to even let that happen. They have that mentality. They have that athleticism. You have to make the adjustments. If he continues to go out there nilly-willy, say, you know what, if it was just one game, we going to be fine, right? Then we're going to pay the price. Now, here's what happens, Cowboys Nation. We can go out there, and maybe our defense plays lights out versus the Dolphins, okay? Cool. The Cowboys defense is back. But maybe they try to air attack, and they don't really try to commit to the run. But what happens when we think that we're back? Then we face Detroit, and they said, nah, we're going to run it right down y'all throat with Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? And Montgomery, like, we're going to run it right down y'all throat, right back at you. And teams are going to continue to do that. Why not find a solution? So I hope the Cowboys are going to do it. But, yeah, like I said, a lot of people try to do content. It's based off of fear, and anger and frustration. That's not what I'm about. That's not what Boss is about. I'm strictly about solutions. As soon as the game was over, I dust it off. All right, how do we fix it?
How do we fix it?
And that's what we're on right now.
One more thing, since we're talking fixing.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah, that's why I gave that awkward pause.
So when it comes to this situation, y'all, and this is something I've been trying to preach.
Yeah.
It was going to be a time thing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of defensive tackles don't just come into the league and take the league by storm, y'all.
Nah.
It's a position that's very difficult to learn, because what Mosley's having to deal with, back in college, he's playing against someone who's probably a call center manager right now. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to go out there and just power and overpower and use your brute force. But when you play at the NFL level, man, you're going against centers and offensive guards and tackles who's been in the league for 6 years, 7 years, grown men, strength of their own. Like, it's going to take time for Mozzie to develop. So I know a lot of Cowboys fans just want an instant impact, out the gate, pressure, tackles, and sacks, even though that wasn't his game in college. It's going to take some time for Mozzie, and I feel like putting him out there, forcing him to be the anchor that Hankins is, it's too soon right now. So that's why I'm beating the desk, just like Boss is, for Ndamukong Suh. This is no knock for Nazi. I knew it was going to take time for him to develop. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted y'all my draft board. I had him as a day 2 pick. way down the board. You know what I'm saying? But we took him early. It's going to take him some time to develop and for things to slow down for him. But right now, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for a learning curve. We're in the thick of things. We have to get going right now.
We need a veteran.
We need a veteran out there that can go out there and have instant impact, and Sue is that guy.
Sue is that guy. And then my boy say solution, don't cut Big Bo and keep Nev. Then he said solutions, don't let Harper go for Luke. Those are actually not solutions because those are things in the past.
Yeah, like
in order for it to be a solution, it got to be an idea that can help us now.
Right. Yeah, Ridgeway.
You right.
Goes on. You know, we had guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had guys.
You know, we can't go and undo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Big Buck. You know what I'm saying? So
now we got to think of things that can help us now. Like,
right.
Though. Like, we agree with you on that, but if we being solution oriented, we can't stay talking about that. Like, yeah, we'll mention that, but no, not if we trying to win now. All energy
for Sunday. Yeah.
We need something for Sunday, and then Sue might take time. It might take him about 2-3 weeks to
win back. Right.
My boy said, I know, boss. I'm just trolling. I know, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Your trolling was hurting my feelings, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The truth was hurting, bro.
We agree, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It was hurting.
And why we got rid of Ridgeway.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, and Harper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Harper.
We did this show. We're like, okay, it's Harper time. Time to step in. And when I got that tweet, I texted Boss and said, bro, we could cut Harper. He said, no, we did. I said, bro, we just cut Harper.
Yeah.
With the hopes that the Cowboys can get him back off the waiver wire. They said, hell no, you not.
Nah.
Hell if you is. Okay. Got him.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And we showed you him running through McGovern.
Mm-hmm.
We showed you the boom.
I mean, look at that neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a linebacker, y'all.
Yeah.
You know like, look at that linebacker. That is a linebacker. That's built to take on a Hunter Lupke or a college tech in the trenches. Like that's what you built. That's built.
It's a certain build.
Right. It's a certain build, bro. That is a linebacker. We just look at him and you say that's a line. If you just saw Devin Harper just walking the street, you would say, bro, you play football? Yeah, I do. Oh, you must play linebacker.
Facts. Yeah.
You must play linebacker. Look at the neck. You know what I'm saying? Look at the neck. You know,
yeah.
Hey,
and Harper had 4.4 speed too.
Mm-hmm.
Had a 40-inch vertical tuck. 44-inch vertical. He could dunk with two hands. That's explosive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we got rid of him.
Where's center?
For center. And like Star said, this is Dan Quinn. This is Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did we even cut safeties? Did we even cut any safeties this year? We didn't cut any of them. They all made it. Bell, because I know people were talking about Wanye was going to make it over Bell. Yeah, Israel McQuamo, he made it. We kept all the safeties.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get to these super chats, big dog. Let's get to the super chats. Let's go. All right, man. You first or me?
I'll go ahead. I only got one. I got a guy, my guy Zach sent me a $20 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. So I'm pissed off, man. We built an even better roster than last year, and we can't even win just one playoff team this season. So now we have the 5th seed. How are we supposed to win 3 road games in January? Super Bowl is not happening. So I appreciate the super chat, bro. But the Debbie Downers. Now, here's a hot topic button I was talking about on Twitter, y'all. And you gotta follow me. Walk with me, Cowboys Nation. The home record versus the road record is a myth. Get that out your head. Because y'all know I go to every home game. What is the biggest difference between our home games and our road games? We're playing better opponents on the road. What happened on Sunday, that happens in Dallas. Like, that happens in Dallas. What San Francisco did to us, that happens in Dallas, y'all. So I know a lot of people are like, now we can't win on the road. Y'all said this last year, right? Remember this, boss? We were going on the road. Cowboys can't play on grass. They never beat Tom Brady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these little myths.
The
myths.
myths.
Remember the biggest one, right? When we wear white pants and navies, our record. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some of that out of your head, y'all. Not all hope is lost. What happened on Sunday, but roll up your sleeves and get back to playing football. Don't give up. I want y'all to give up. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, don't let all these random. Y'all remember the red striped helmets? Oh, after we lost to Denver, I don't never want to see those again. Now they wear them, y'all don't even notice them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, it's just like, yeah, stop letting some of these outside voices get into your head about these little different things. Nah, think about who we played at home, y'all. Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Zach Jones, Zach Wilson. Like, we ain't played no killers at home, so yeah, our home record is fine, but yeah, let's not act like we can't win a road playoff game. We just did it last year, y'all.
Yeah, that's buying into superstition, and that's glass half empty thinking. And remember, man, styles do make fights, man. Like, for real. We ran up on a team, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We ran up on a team that was already in playoff mode. Buffalo got to win out to try to get in.
Mm-hmm.
That was a playoff game to them.
Right.
That's not an excuse, but I studied the art of war.
Mm-hmm.
And Sun Tzu was a military genius. And I ain't never forget he put this in his book, in the art of war. He said, if you want your men to fight with the most courage, put their backs against the wall to where they either have to fight or die.
Mm-hmm.
He said your men will overcome the greatest odds when you position them to where they have to fight or die. That was Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we clinched.
Yeah.
So we out there on that lazy bullshit.
As a content creator, I relax when I find out we clinched. I'm like, okay, we good. You know what I'm saying? I got my victory shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
that's real.
And so my mindset flipped from, all right, let's just get out of this game healthy versus beat Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me personally, I don't care about getting home field playoff advantage because it means nothing to me. Stuff I could have had my birthday party in Dallas. So for me, I was like, okay, we clinched, we good. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of the players kind of did that too. So, you know, because think about this: if our backs was against the wall, I think Zach Martin still continues to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different type of mindset. You know,
right? It was a different type of mindset, and on top of that, they had a style that was just bad for our small linebackers.
Right.
That's all it is. Keep in mind, everybody not built like Buffalo.
Right.
It's some teams, if they tried to run the ball. Okay, let me put it like this. Has McCaffrey ever went off on us like that?
He has.
No. Now, everybody said, wait till we see San Fran. We already saw San Fran. Yeah, and yeah. CMC has never looked like James Cook against the Cowboys. Right. And that's why we explaining it's the styles too. You know? So I'm not getting the toilet because we got handled. You know, I'm just not gonna get in that toilet. All right, hold on real quick. Let me change this music and then we go get to my super chats real quick. All right, here we go. All right, let me get to these super chats. I'm gonna be quick with it, Tuck.
Okay.
And then real quick. My boy said, what y'all think about Titans tier tart? I don't even know what you're talking about. You got to explain that to me. And then my boy Common Sense said, everybody laughed at Philly for doing ball security drills or fans outside practice saying run the ball or trash defense, but that's the mentality from fans and coaches to hold our team accountable. Absolutely. And we should. And that's what we doing. And listen, Mike McCarthy already started. Like when he say for the last 3 years, it's pretty obvious that they was going to attack it from a matchup. He was right. You know what I mean? So, but that's also slowly looking at the heat on that seat for Dan Quinn. I'm just being honest. When he say your defense,
right.
So, am I tripping on that, Tuck?
Nah, you spot on. Yeah.
And then he said Trevon is the villain attitude we missing. Ooh, I agree. At first, I ain't see it, but we are missing Trayvon.
Oh yeah, we missing him drastically. Yeah.
Yeah, we missing that mentality. And then he say our latest greatest linebacker we had is Sean Lee. Jalen and LB fell off. Boss, you're correct. We've completely ignored LB position. Yeah. And sadly, I think some of it was because of politics. Then this is a good question. I'm gonna throw this at you, Tuck. Do you think Malik Jefferson can make a difference?
Not at this point. Yeah. Because it would take Malik a minute to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we at the end of the season. We're in the fourth quarter, y'all. So, I don't think he can make that big of a difference. Now, maybe he can come in and help. The other opportunity we can talk about, right, could be playing Evans a little bit more. Give some more opportunity. But he is the veteran guy, quote unquote. So maybe if he can kind of get some momentum, he can maybe step in and fill the void. But the one thing that we are missing with LVE that a lot of people talk about, that's the IQ. Is IQ is LVE the most athletic? Absolutely not. But he has the IQ. He's the one getting everyone set up and getting everyone directed, you know what I'm saying, in the right position. So, I feel like we're missing that. But I think, if I'm just thinking simplistically, y'all, Cowboys simple fix and what will they'll do? They'll probably just play Evans a little bit more. I think that's probably what they're going to probably do.
Yeah. It need to be Evans and Clark. If they going downhill on us,
they're going to go Evans and Clark. Yep.
Just makes sense. And then he explained that they released a one tech named
Tart. Oh, I don't know.
I'll look him up. We'll look him up. Give us a tomorrow. I got one more super chat. He said, we don't self-scout well, or we game plan for our style, not to the opponent. Selfishness and discipline hurt us more than anything. Yeah, I think because it does. I'm be honest. It can be frustrating to kind of see things coming, and you feel like guys get paid millions to see stuff coming, and they don't see it coming.
Right, but we see it coming.
Yeah.
How was Boss able to sit back and say, okay, this is cute until it's not, when it comes to linebacker, and then we acting all surprised, like I don't know what happened, like bro, we saw it coming. We saw it coming. That's why we were beating the death, like trying to go do whatever it takes to get Shaq Leonard.
That's why we was tripping on Harper. We were like, what are y'all doing? Right, it was me, Tuck, and Candy.
Yeah, but somebody will do right. They'll pull out a stat sheet, Well, look what Shaq Leonard did when he was like, he did the same way Papa play. Bro, I don't care about that. I'm talking about what we have. The cupboard is bare. I need some more food in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about what's on the ingredients label. You know what I'm saying? Like we need some more in house. And I just think that's the problem. But you mentioned something, I didn't even talk about this, Boss. That was the most frustrating thing about Sunday's game was we're just undisciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Undisciplined. And that's what's going to cost us.
Yeah.
And I can go back and clip this show whenever, you know what I'm saying? But if we do not clean up our discipline with all these penalties and mishaps and, late hits and all sorts of things, that's the separation when we actually battling versus San Fran. We at Levi going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Defense is playing solid. Dak is playing well. But stupid penalties will change the course of the game and give them extra drives and extend drives. And that can be the reason why we're sitting here doing mock drafts in January versus going where we're trying to go. So, that's my biggest concern, y'all, because it was so undisciplined on Sunday. Even with the block punt, all sorts of things kind of going on. We just can't win. And I might do a breakdown on this, but if you go back and look at all of our big run plays or some of our biggest plays, Boss, of the season, it's always laundry on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like every time. There we go, Pollard. All right, there we go, Rico. Good run. Holding on the offense. Holding on the offense. Legal motion on the, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always just something when it comes to just being undisciplined playing football. And those things, y'all, that's my biggest concern when it comes to this team as a whole.
Nah, you ain't telling no lies on that. Tucker, you good on time?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. We gonna open up the phone lines then.
Good.
All right, we go open up the phone lines for y'all. We got to all y'all super chats. We ain't leave none of them out. Let me see. They already coming in. I love it.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
They say CD on your back, Tuck, and it feel light to you.
Yeah, someone just messaged me. I forgot. Chuck, I remember you always talking about Roquan Smith. Why? See, I've been trying to get linebacker. I tried,
yeah, bro.
Like, yeah, he's really. I'm like, listen, because I saw the writing on the wall. Like I said, it was cute, and I love Marquise Bell. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it's cute until it's not.
Eventually, someone's gonna try it. So
somebody, and we got tried, and we gonna answer back. I just hope. A show like this should say a lot, man. Number one thing to me this show should say, and I'm finna cut the phone lines in 5 seconds. It's a lot of y'all in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm cutting the phones off. All right. So we got 5 calls. All right. Y'all be courteous too. Tuck got to work in the morning.
Got cooked, man. Got cooked.
All right, what's up? We got Twin in the house. What's up, Twin? Twin, you been acting extra arrogant about that San Fran, man. I ain't mad at you though. You be talking, but I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you. All right, let's take some calls, Tuck. All right, here we go. 803, you live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I watched your show yesterday. Great show. Love it. Watch it every game. Watch it with every game. My opinion, I think we should have kept took Micah Parsons, put him at middle linebacker. I think it was Davidson and took somebody else at the inside line. Look at how Tampa played this. It was the same run. It was basically the same run scheme. You put Michael Parsons in no man's land. You got to guard 2 people. He's non-effective. Go back and watch the film, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. That's a very good idea, man. And I'm gonna look into that. I'm actually behind on the film. I got to catch up. Tuck is ahead of me on the film. He already come through the defense. He doing the offense tomorrow. So I gotta do both.
I think what he was saying is that
every time you think about it,
he's talking about not putting Mike in the middle linebacker.
He said not putting.
I think so. He's kind of choppy, but I think he was saying not put him because of what happened in Tampa in 2021, his rookie season. Is that what you're saying?
He can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
He can't hear
That's what he was saying.
I said, how many? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
How many tackles? Think about it. Look at how effective was Michael yesterday. He made a couple plays here and there, but the key, the word on the block is if you take him out the game, our defense is no good. So why not put him? If he wants to go, if Michael want to be athletic, go sideline to sideline in a game like yesterday. Put him at middle linebacker. Go get the ball. Make him come out of that run stuff and make him go back to passing the ball with Josh Allen or other quarterbacks and stuff like that.
Good call, man. We go address that. What's your name?
Lawan from South Carolina.
All right, man. I'm gonna lock you in, Lawan.
All right, bet. Do that.
All right. Lawan. What's your thoughts on that, Tuck?
Okay, so I thought you were saying the opposite. So yeah, I 1,000% agree. Because just like the film showed, how they completely take him out the game and just run away from him, double team him. You know, he might get a pressure here and there because he did get some pressures yesterday. You know, but they really have to throw the ball. You know, so I just think as we're gearing up for playoffs and what we just showed and displayed on film, more is coming. I think Micah Parsons at the linebacker is going to be the simplistic fix.
All right, here we go. 832, you live.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Boss Cowboy. Good evening, J Tubb. How y'all doing, gentlemen?
Man, you sound good, man. You talking on the mic or something, bro? He sound good, don't he, Tuck?
Yeah, he got that clean audio.
He clean as you sound better than me. Let me turn you down, man. You can't. You started. You take it over the show with your mic. Go ahead though.
Oh man, y'all brothers are cool with me. I appreciate what you guys do. Y'all are always on point with your topics and with your opinions and your insight. I just want to say that right off the bat.
Appreciate it.
First, man, yeah, I agree with everything y'all said about our defense, man. It's gimmicky and it is one-dimensional. It's built to play with a lead. So if you really talking about this team like they were early in the season, being going to be a defensive-led team, and you can't stop people from running, that needs to get out your head. The numbers are misleading about good run defense because when you blowing people out by 30 points by halftime, ain't nobody running the football. So the yards are kind of misleading. What I think you do is man, if you're going to play that gimmicky linebacker, safety hybrid, second level defense, because you like that speed and all that stuff, you got to cover them guys up in front, man. You got to play a bell front. You got to play a 3-4, or you got to play a 5 front. You got to cover them up so that they free to run.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to do that, then you got to move Micah off the line of scrimmage. Man, he should be rookie Micah Parsons. He should be messing up everything. There's no reason why Micah Parsons shouldn't. By this stage of the season, Micah should have triple-digit tackles and all that included. Sacks, pass breakups, tackle for losses, breaking up plays. Micah should be terrorizing people. There's more than one way for him to affect the game. And that ain't Micah's fault that he thinks all he can do is rush the passer. That's the coach's fault. Dan Quinn said over the summer when Micah was out there talking about he was going to be a defensive end, Dan Quinn jumped right into that and said, hey, no, Micah's a pass rushing linebacker.
Yep.
Right? He said that. He stopped. He kind of went back on his word. And that's on Dan Quinn. He needs to use Micah the way Micah needs to be
Hold on.
used.
Is that on
Micah's
Dan Quinn or is that on Micah?
Say again?
Is that on Dan Quinn or is that on Micah?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's Dan Quinn.
I think it's on Micah. Because hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, bro. Hold on real quick.
Y'all said it yourself. Micah's a little immature. And Micah's
yeah, so then how's that on Dan Quinn?
He's not going to take that responsibility on himself. Dan Quinn has to say that to Micah. If he tells Micah this is what he's going to do, Micah's going to do it because Micah respects Dan.
You think?
And he likes Dan.
Oh, no.
So again, Dan Quinn got to put his foot down on that. And I'm going to let you boys chop that up if
Let's
you want
go,
to.
man. We got to chop that up.
I appreciate what you guys do. You got a lot of people to talk to, and I ain't going to keep you long. But, hey, my name's Mark. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm Cowboys, ride or die. We're going to go do this thing some kind of way. We're going to get it done. But
let's get it, Mark.
You, brothers.
I'm putting Mark from H-Town on that. We got to talk about that, Tuck.
Yeah, about his.
Yeah, because I think it's on Micah.
It is on Micah, right? Because think about this, y'all. He's here to just stay. You know what I'm saying? Micah is here to stay. And so if Micah is disgruntled, you know what I'm saying, that's going to have the ripple effect, right? So he has to say. But I do agree. Like, I think that if Dan Quinn comes and like, listen, this is what we need to do. Because like he said something, right, about the run defense being a myth. I'm going to take y'all back, Cowboys Nation. Y'all remember week 3 versus the Cardinals? We gave up 222 yards of rushing versus the Arizona Cardinals. I think people forgot because that game was kind of out of sight, out of mind. Right. Versus the Cardinals, we gave up 222 yards. Versus San Fran that lost 170 yards. Versus Philly, you know what I'm saying, 109 yards and then 266. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people forget, like, our run defense has been bleeding out. They just kind of look at the numbers where it's like, okay, we've been playing well, but we haven't been playing well.
Right. Yeah. And I say it's on Micah because he already clarified what he is. Mm-hmm. And Micah go out there and got his podcast called The Edge. Y'all better peep game. Like Dan Quinn already told you, bro. I told you what you are. You got to embrace it.
Well, remember that similar to Zach Martin. Zach Martin said, hey, I play right tackle, but I am a guard. And he never go back. He don't give a damn who went down. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And then he held out and still got his butt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to look up this game. You watching the game, Tuck?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. Let me look it up real quick because they said Seattle winning. Let me just look it up real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me get to these rest of the phones.
17 Seattle, 28 seconds left.
See, all y'all to quit. See, all you quitters, that's what you get. Y'all done gave them the division. Man, get out of here, man. That's what you gotta wait till it all play out.
Right.
Hold on. 956, you live. 956, you live.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, boss, and hey, D-Cook. I just want to say I feel like I know we played like horribly. Well, we played horribly. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like if we actually would have gotten into a rhythm and when we were looking at the game and we saw the defense was out there for a long time. I remember I was in the third quarter and I remember the offense had the ball a little bit and then the defense gets it. I looked down and it was like 12 minutes, and when I looked down, it was 3 minutes. And by the time I knew it was just going bad. But I feel like if we would have actually established something and really gave our defense some rest, and our offense was pushing the ball down. I mean, running the ball, because when we were running, it looked pretty good when we were running down.
Yeah, we was
I don't know
running
why
very
we
good.
weren't. I don't know why we weren't setting up the run for the pass. I honestly don't get that, but obviously we lost, but we need to find whatever those problems that is causing those issues to lose in the road. We gotta solve them and check whatever needs to be done.
Man, I appreciate the call, big
I
dog.
think that's my point.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Thanks,
All right.
bro. Have a good day.
You too. Good call, man. Real quick, we got Chris 214. We got 13 seconds. I'm watching it. Stay about
you
3.
are,
Chris
What's going
214. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Chris
What's going on,
214?
boss?
What's up with it, big dog?
Hey, what's up, Tuck?
What's going on with it?
Hey, listen. I know we're talking about defense, but I want to ask y'all a little bit about I actually want to ask y'all about both. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at it too. I saw the pick. Yeah! Let's go! Yeah, man, Seattle beat them hoes. Yeah, Hurst threw a pick at the end.
Oh,
excuse me, I didn't mean to curse.
All right,
my bad.
You good.
Well, we was looking at the same thing. You said pick. I was looking at it too. Let's go. Everybody done quit. You got 2 feet down. That's game over. Let's go. Let's
Did he
go.
get both feet down, bro?
He got both feet down. I'm looking at it. I see 1, 2, game over.
Yes, sir.
All he cap up saying, we lost the division. Man, told you they do. I knew Seattle was gonna beat them, man. I said they was gonna beat them. I knew they were gonna
Back
beat
to the
them,
number
bro.
2 seed, baby.
Yeah, let's go. But keep going, bro. keep going.
I want to ask both of y'all this. For Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, what would be the number one thing that both of them got to work on? Like, what would be your number one thing that you wish that both of them would do on their side of the ball? And that's pretty much it. Because we had a terrible outing on offense too.
All right,
so I just want to ask that question.
That's a real good
and I'm gonna let
question.
y'all handle that.
All right, let's Tuck. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, got you. So when it comes to Mike McCarthy, because even though we didn't talk about the offense, right? What the Bills really came out there and did to us is something I kind of mentioned that they were going to do, but they were going to play like a lot of cover 3 and cover 2 shell. Man, they want to keep everything in front of us. And what I really feel like happened yesterday is after the deep shot from Brandon Cooks was a mishap, we kind of pulled away from the deep threat. You know what I'm saying? And so they want to keep everything in front of us, but also they threw a different wrinkle. And I, boss, we talked about this on the phone. The one thing I hated that Dak Prescott did, I think it was after the Seattle game, when he did the post-game press conference, he talked about the here we go, and he talked about what that represented. And what he said was that when he does that, he's pretty much telling his offensive line that he already set his adjustments and that the play is set, it's time to go, right?
Yeah.
So if you watch the film of what Buffalo did is when he would say that, they would shift. You know what I'm saying? So they might be into a cover 3, a single high shell. Dak would go, here we go. Linebackers start to creep back. You know what I'm saying? And it would disrupt things post snap and it would cause that hesitation. And they were able to go out there and get pressure, pressure with force. So, I feel like where Mike McCarthy messed up yesterday, right?
Talking too damn much.
That one, because he pretty much gave everything away, right? Gave the signaling away. But also, how you disrupt that is that you do the draw plays, you do the screen plays, the delayed handoffs, the RPOs, and they were playing the chess game with Dak Prescott. And if you go back to the 2021 Cardinals game, not the one we lost this year, but 2021, the Buda Baker game, that was their blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's something on film when it comes to Mike McCarthy and specifically Dak Prescott is if you give him these disguise fronts early, let him set his progressions and set the protections and set up his hot routes and everything, and then you break up out of it, it disrupts everything post snap. They were keeping everybody in front of us and everything just got back. So you got to make the adjustment. But what teams are really doing when they do that, they're just daring us to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? They're daring us to run the ball because they know the Cowboys won't commit to it. And that's why you saw what happened transpired offensively. And then also the same thing with Dan Quinn, just making those adjustments in the middle of the game. Those would be my two biggest gripes that would come. Mike McCarthy decision making as well. You know what I'm saying? Because not throwing the flag, different things like that, clock management. But those would be my two biggest adjustments.
Dracarys.
Damn, Tuck. You doing it like that on them boys? Ooh.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I was saying, bro. We be in the lab, bro. Like,
you was in the lab on that one, bro. Damn.
Well, y'all know me. Y'all know me. When the Cowboys, that's what I go. When the Cowboys lose,
fantastic observation, Tuck.
Appreciate it.
God, wait. Man, y'all better super chat this boy for that. Fantastic analysis, fantastic observation. Wait, hold on real quick. I gotta hit another button.
Another one.
Perfect.
Hold on real quick.
Finish it, bruh.
Oh, I gotta hit one more. Shit. All right, well, to answer that question, what would I want to see from Mike McCarthy? I would want to see more emotional leadership. I would want to see somebody that know how to get a team going when they flat. I don't really quite see that out of Mike McCarthy. I know that's the thing I would say I would want to see out of Mike McCarthy. I do feel like also with Mike McCarthy, when the games are tight, I see him do some goofy shit.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 1, and you go vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And you just ran the ball with Hunter Lukey and you got 5 yards on it.
Right.
It's like I see some brain farts in him when it's tight.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But when we're ahead, he'll put you away. He know how to put you away. But I feel like he get a little bit kind of scared.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Yeah, he tenses up a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
Dan Quinn, I would say the thing that I want to see about Dan Quinn, I want to see you get out that. I want to see you get out the booth, man, when them balls is tripping.
Mm-hmm.
To me, we needed emotion from the defense that we're not seeing. That's one thing about Rod, for sure. Rod would be so mad when they weren't living up to the standard. He would be spitting.
Mm-hmm.
He would be spitting. He would look like a crazy old man, But you could tell he was not having it. It was like, you boys is not doing the standard. But he was on the sideline acting like that. He wasn't in the booth. So that'll probably be it for them too.
And
For
you also
me.
had Chris Richard, remember? You know what I'm saying? You had some fire over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
where's the fire? You know,
Where's
like
the fire? Right.
yeah, like I mean, it's like I'm not sure Mike McCarthy's standpoint, like why we don't see it, you know, because like even with the Sam Williams thing, like he went over on Bones Fossil, but you gotta go to Sam because here's the thing, y'all. Sam almost did it on the first punt, like that's why I knew it was coming because he almost did it on the very first punt that they did. He broke through and he almost hit the kicker. I'm like, man, next time he gets there, he's gonna crack the kicker. And when he did it, I was just like, see, told my son, there he goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need sometimes that chewing with the player. I mean, hell, we saw Sean Payton going at it with Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just need that spark. Like, what are y'all doing? You know, but I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy wants to take a more of a hands-off approach, but yeah, someone has to ignite that fire. And yesterday, bro, there was nobody doing it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't see nobody that could get the emotions going. Yeah, man, I'm still impressed with you picking up on that cadence. That's impressive, Tuck. That's the man. Y'all better clap it up for Tuck, bro.
That's the thing. That's me in Kansas City. So imagine the defensive coordinator gets
Hey,
paid
what's going on,
millions.
boss? What's going on, Tuck?
What's up,
What's going on,
Tyreek?
Cooler, man. Yo, man, why you had to take my point, man? I've been saying that for a little minute, bro. I was just about to say that. Dan Quinn in the damn booth. Come out the sky booth, get on the field with your players, man, because they need you. They need to rally around you. You know what I mean? When you get in their case, when they coming back to the sideline, man, because these dudes is playing super undisciplined football against good teams. That's a bad sign. You know what I mean? And like you were saying, if Micah Parsons respects Dan Quinn to the fullest, he's going to go out there and do his damn thing with Dan Quinn yelling at him on the sideline instead of being up in that sky booth. I want him down on the field now. Because the reason I want him down on the field...
Tyreek, let me say this. I'm cool with you being in the booth, but it's almost like a parent. If you see me on the sideline, somebody in trouble.
Well, you remember.
Hold on, Tariq. Jay Tuck talking. I'm gonna tell you when to go because y'all can't hear each other. Go ahead, Tuck. Then Tariq. I'll let you know.
This applies to the Cowboys, y'all. Y'all remember when Jerry Jones has come down the booth? That's when you knew you messed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect analogy. Go ahead, Tariq. Perfect.
Now, the reason I'm saying that, the reason I say Dan Quinn should come out of the booth is because look with San Francisco enemies. You always got to watch the ops to see what they doing over there. When San Francisco lost those 3 games, what happened? They got a new defensive coordinator this year. What happened? He came from up. He was in the booth. Once they started losing, he was on the sideline. And that defense looked a lot better than what they was playing like before when he was up in that booth. You know what I'm saying? And the dudes was playing like dogs. And I want our team to get that same mentality because if we're gonna have to be role warriors, I want to have dogs on this defense. I want the dog to come out of these dudes. I want them to give their best effort, even if we lose. Give your best effort. Leave it all on the field. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see all this flopping around, not missing tackles, trying to hit stick people instead of wrapping up. You know what I mean? Quit playing this favoritism football, man. Put Evans in the middle, bruh. He knows how to come and fill the hole. I seen that the one time he tackled the dude on the goal line. You know what I mean? Before Josh Allen ran it in the next play, he came down the field. Take Clark off the damn field, bruh. He ain't doing it for me. He's just not doing it for me, man. You know what I mean? Give me some dudes that play bully football. And at the same time, too, go get Sue, man. Go get Sue. Go get somebody that's been in Super Bowls, that know what it takes to go to get over that hump. You know what I mean? And I think that we'll be cooking with some grease then, man. I'm just tired of us. People feel like they could just run on us like that because that game made me feel like that divisional game that we played against the Rams when they got a dude off the damn street and they ran down our damn throats. We couldn't do nothing with them. That's embarrassing, bro. I live in New York. You know what? These Bills fans been talking junk the last couple yesterday, man.
They've been giving it
you know what I mean? I gotta take it. I'm taking it. I'm like, I got that one. Yeah. I got that. I gotta take it. Because I'm talking junk when we winning. So what I'm saying is, the mentality needs to change on the team. We need a balance again. You know what I mean? It's all good when we winning, but it's like, damn, why we don't see the good adjustments when we down, when we got to come back? That's a sign of a good team.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's basically all I had to say, though, man. That's my main point. I want Dan Quinn to come out the skybox. I want him to come on the field because the reason I'm saying what I'm saying, when last year Mike McCarthy was sick, and Dan Quinn had to coach that game. Those players played different for him. That defense did not look like that last year when he was down there coaching. I want to see if that had that same effect if he come out that skybox for this defense and do what he got to do. But that's all I got to say, fellas. Hey, man, the filthy Eagles lost. I am so happy about that.
Me too,
so,
bro. Oh,
it's all good. We told him a couple of weeks. I was going, don't think you're gonna beat Seattle like that.
Yep.
Don't think you're gonna beat us like that.
I feel so good right now. Oh, I feel good. Oh.
Back up.
All right, now, y'all. I'm gonna sit back and listen to the rest of the show. Peace.
All right, so that was it. We ain't got no more calls. Appreciate everybody for calling in. So Tuck, how do we conclude this?
Yeah, man, like I said, Cowboys Nation, as y'all see, clearly the season ain't over. There's a lot of football to be left to be played. Don't let people go out there and kill y'all spirit. Like, granted, yesterday what we saw is disappointing, but I'm confident that this team is going to bounce back and they're going to find a ways to improve and get back on the right track. But like I said, y'all, be positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, football season's almost over for all of us. Like, I don't know why so many people live for the doom and the gloom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just waiting for us to lose. And as a Cowboys fan, why are you waiting for your team to lose? Rally behind your team, support your team, find solutions. Don't complain, find solutions. You know, if y'all see something else, like, hey, Tuck, boss, I think you're wrong. We should put, I don't know, whoever, you know what I'm saying, Wanye Thomas at linebacker. We all for solutions, right? And I think that's what makes our community so powerful and impacting, is that we're solutions based. We're not gonna sit here and complain and Cowboys suck and the same old. Y'all know what I did, like Boss mentioned with the cadence. As soon as we lost, I took my family out to eat, had a few margaritas, and I dove into the field.
That's crazy, Tuck. I'm still tripping on that cadence thing.
I didn't even watch last night's game with the Ravens. I didn't even watch the game. I was back in the lab trying to figure out what the hell happened with my team, and that's how I do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's hellified analysis on that, Tuck.
Yeah. So if you watch the film, you watch the offense, and I'll probably do a film breakdown on it. You'll watch them shift. As soon as the ball snap, drop back right in the cover too. Because there was a play I think we got the sack on. They sacked us, and I think Dak set all the shifting and the slide protected to the right. In the right side, drop back, pressure came from the left. You know what I'm saying? It was just like they were in their bag defensively, everything they threw at us, and I think we just had us, just disgruntled. So don't give up, Cowboys Nations. Get behind our team. Let's rally. Let's go get this win Sunday versus the Miami Dolphins, which is going to be a tough opponent, y'all. It's going to be a tough opponent. But this is what I've been saying. We will be battle tested. We will 1,000%. Me and Boss join up to do our playoff preview show, whatever we do. We'll know who we are. We'll tell us, man, it ain't going to happen, y'all. So it just is what it is. Right. Or we're going to say, listen, we got punched in the mouth by the Bills. We responded, right? We dealt with the Dolphins' speed, right? We dealt with the balanced, young, talented, Detroit Lions, right? We went to, dealt with Sam. Like, we'll be battle tested. We will know who we are before we head to the playoffs. There won't be no moonwalking into the playoffs this year. And I'm excited, Cowboys Nation. This is the moment we've been asking for. But don't let them celebrate, take away your victory. Going to the playoffs 3 years in a row, consecutive years, that's no easy task. What does Meek Mill say? I used to pray for times like this. Just think about this. 2014 that we talked about, Dez Carter year. Okay, boom. What if we got a chance to run it right back with that team? Well, we didn't.
Right.
Happened. Tony Romo gets hurt. We were a 4-win team. And then we get Dak and Zeke, and then we don't make the playoffs. And then, like, we never been able to stack consistently off of the prior year. So hopefully it was a wild card loss. Boom, we won the wild card loss in the division. Hopefully this year we stack on top of that. But you got to get in the playoffs to make that happen on a consistent basis. So kudos to Mike McCarthy and the staff for doing that. That's all I've been asking for as a Cowboys fans, consistency.
That's right. And I'm real proud of this show, man, because whenever Tuck and I come together, we come together to solve problems. Some of the best shows we ever done was the No Identity Offense show, where we was really exposing Kelly Moore.
And now look.
Now look. Like, it's obvious as hell. To some people it ain't obvious, crazy, but it's not. So trust us when we telling you that, yes, we got punched in the mouth, but that was more about Buffalo having the personnel, the experience, the philosophy, and everything to go right at our weakness. Trust me, everybody not built like that. That was the style makes fights. All right? So the sky is definitely not falling at all on the Cowboys. It's definitely not falling. Also, shout out again to my boy Jay Tuck, man, and new media. It's a real big deal when you see national syndicated people shouting out content creators on their football takes. That lets you know how important it is what we do. See, notice Ocho said you've been spot on with your takes about this. Again,
I've been talking about this since 8:30 in the morning. You know, I've been talking about it all day. You know, so. Yeah.
And that means he been looking all day.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So people, we gotta all realize, and I'm gonna be honest, we as a community don't use our voice enough. Mm-hmm. Can I just be honest with everybody? It's too many people that follow Tuck and follow me for us not to just break Twitter. Can I just say that? Mm-hmm. Like a show like this, where you know we broke down a whole lot of answers. We talked about the history. We showed that linebacker and small linebacker is not a Dallas Cowboy thing. That's a league thing. We proved that. Who went through the history of this? Tuck and I. Where else you go get this? Where some people go show you ex-coaches like Mike? Where Mike quoted and said, if I was in this league, I would go right at them puny. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is a show we put together in less than 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It was a phone call. I literally called Boss. I was taking my son to practice. I called him to get his thoughts on the game. He said, hold on, let's just do a show. I said, all right, bet, let's just save it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That just shows the power of what we do. Right. Like I said, Cowboys things, we also show our work. There's so many people, putting Micah Parsons at linebacker is stupid. Well, we didn't show our trail. We didn't show all of our homework. We supplied the film. We showed, showed all of it, why that will help impact the team. So it's not just two guys sitting in their basement hot taking. No, there's evidence behind it that I can think that can really help our Cowboys.
Yep. And I would also say I love the idea for Micah Parsons playing the middle linebacker, but I hate it if he don't embrace it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Michael, we need you to embrace it, man. And I think it's a great opportunity for Micah Parsons. I think he's looking at it backwards. Mm-hmm. I think he thinks playing linebacker takes away from his greatness. I think if he really embraced linebacker, I think it would make him legendary. Because like you said, and Tuck showed by the film, what was they doing? Running away from him, doubling him. They had a plan to neutralize him. But if you do embrace being a queen, how do they neutralize him?
Right.
Can't. You can't. And then lastly, as a major solution,
go get sued, man.
Everybody, man.
Everybody tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it. You know what I'm saying? Because the team that just lost, they about to go buy somebody. they about to go buy somebody. I don't know who. They about to go buy somebody. So listen, y'all, we got to make a move now because I know how them team in Philly work. They mad. They just want to buy something to make them feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm all the way for the suit because, see, I ain't trying to hear no complaining about Clark now, man.
Right.
What you doing to help them?
Mm-hmm.
See, cause we done threw away guys now. We can't bring Harper back. He gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We can't. So what are we gonna do? Mm-hmm. So Cowboys, no, you can trust Tuck. You can trust me. Mm-hmm. We was saying before it happened, it's gonna happen, y'all. We was saying it. We was like, bro, somebody go be like, we go run at them little linebackers.
Mm-hmm. We didn't know when. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't know who.
I thought it was going to be Philly, honestly.
I thought it was going to be Philly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee it's gonna be Philly if we face them again.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Philly saw that tape and they're gonna be like, okay, we got the number one offensive line too.
Right. Yeah. And we got multitude of backs,
and we got a lot of backs,
and we got a mobile running quarterback too. Let's just try it.
Yeah, Philly would go to boring quick.
Mm-hmm.
That was a boring win, but it was smart.
Get a boring 18 to 14, you know what I'm saying? 17, 14 win and get up out of there.
Yep. Let's make this boring. Let's keep smashing them. They ain't gonna stop the run. We gonna see this again. Help your little linebackers, man. That's my final words. You got any more before we
That's
get up
it,
out
man. Appreciate y'all, Cowboys Nation.
There it is.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.